All right, welcome in. Very excited about today's guest. We got Mr. Shawn Day in here with us. Welcome, Shawn.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Shawn from Hire Lead Chill. What a cool name. Tell us a little bit about that. How did you, I just see you and your buddies sitting around, and I'm sure D Plata's in there somewhere, discussing like, hey, what do you think a good name is? I don't know. Let me get another beer. Let me crack this. Where'd you guys come up with this?
Well, interestingly enough, I'll give you the professional thing on this.
All right.
We sort of painted ourselves in a corner a little bit for a number of years, but it worked real well with blue collar recruiting.
Yeah.
And that was sort of the branding. And what had happened was we were taking small businesses and getting a couple technicians and watching them grow year after year. And then, hey, Shawn, we need a ops manager. We need a salesperson. We need an executive this. And I thought, those aren't blue collar job titles, man, but we're still blue collar guys. So we decided to just call it Hire Lead Chill, because I've been blessed, like you, Matt, I've been blessed to talk and meet a lot of really cool business owners in our industries. And it's without a doubt the most successful and sort of like the most at peace are the ones that hire the best, lead them, build a culture to keep them, and then chill. So it's kind of like hire, lead.
Oh, there you go. All right. So that was my next question, but you just answered it. That's pretty cool. So tell us a little bit about what do you guys do for companies? I mean, this is probably one of the hardest things. Anybody I talk to in this industry or any service related industry is finding good employees. I'm fortunate. I have a great staff. I've been very fortunate in that aspect of things, but tell us how you can help people like that are looking for certain. And I know a lot of people that have used your services and they speak nothing but, great things about you guys. So just tell us a little bit about Hire Lead Chill and what you can offer, what kind of services you offer.
Sure. Thanks. Appreciate that, Matt. In general, our elevator pitch is we want to be your full-time recruiting department. That's really what we are. So that makes us a little bit different than some competitors out there. We researched your labor market. We want to help you identify what's going on in your labor market, make sure pay's good, benefits are good, what your competition's up to. And that helps us put together a job title description, post it, manage it, edit it if we need to, and basically have job candidates come to the job, click, get redirected to take an online application that we've created for you with a proprietary scoring system that's phenomenally well suited for technicians. We've got some for other positions as well, sales, ops managers, and so on. And it's a proprietary scoring system that gives us a great opportunity to increase the odds of our clients hiring great people that are going to last a long time. And really the only thing our clients do is show up to the interview and hire. And that's really all their job is at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a tedious process. I mean, it really is going through all this stuff, having to post ads, coming up with the ad creative and all that stuff. And that's something you guys take off their plates as business owners. You take that whole aspect off their plates so they can focus on their business, right?
That's exactly right. And there's a lot of things we do behind the scenes that people forget, I think, which is perfect though, because we don't need you worrying about it. The engaging with job candidates that don't qualify. There's so many candidates that don't qualify and they're calling and asking what, why, how can I, all these things. And you're busy doing other things. My staff and I either have it automated or we'll do it for you manually through manual labor.
Yeah. And that's amazing because it is. I mean, going through those interviews, you got to interview, 20, 30 people to find that right one. So you guys are actually filtering those people prior to even getting to the business owner.
Big time. Yeah, we help our clients in so many ways with reducing no-shows. We've got some that have almost eliminated no-shows. That's like the number one thing or top 2 or 3 things I hear, man. First it's nobody wants to work, which is not true. Number 2, it's nobody shows up. We've got strategies literally that will reduce the amount of no-shows and almost eliminate them.
You say no shows. What does it mean? People schedule interviews and then they don't show up?
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Wow. Wow. I don't think I've ever experienced that.
By the dozens, by the dozens.
Yeah.
So there's just, we've got two strategies, and I'm going to talk about it, in San Diego, but I don't want to get into the weeds now. But yep, we've got strategies to help with a lot of different things that pertain to the ugliness and the horrible things of recruiting.
Yeah. So with the recruiting, there were some tough times, I would say, the last couple of years where people did not want to work. And what do you see in the market right now? Do you see a shift where it's starting to shift towards like, oh yeah, I've got tons of applicants, or, like the housing market, is it an up or a down market? Where are we with the recruiting side of things and employees and wanting to work? It was so hard, and I remember having to raise, what we're paid, geez, I couldn't even get somebody to answer my ad, unless I paid a certain amount, and it was a lot. So where do you see the market, today, basically?
Yeah, great question, man. So you're right. It has been a difficult labor market. We were at like 3.4% unemployment in January of 23, and then April, I think it was still around there, which was a 40-year low in unemployment. So that's, makes it reasonable to understand why it was so difficult.
Yeah.
We're lingering just below 4% unemployment nationally right now. So that's actually a pretty big increase when it comes to labor market and unemployment.
Sure.
So we are seeing it loosen up. We're seeing it more application flow coming in, and that's also got its downside in a way. So there's a number of different things going on, but yeah, it's definitely starting to loosen up. So you got to be careful now managing some other things when it loosens up like this.
Yeah. So is it flooded with so many candidates where I can start being like, oh, you know what? We used to offer this much, but now we're only offering this much. Is that something I can, as a business owner, go after, or is that a bad idea?
I don't think that's probably a good idea. I think I think we need to be careful. The bottom line is, we have a huge wage increase for workers, right, over the last couple of years. But because of inflation, they have less spending money in their wallets and in their purses. So they really aren't getting a raise to have more money to spend. They're just, they don't. So to lower it wouldn't be wise. And I know you were joking, but, I would say that it's all, there's certain fundamental things that will never change with business and with labor markets and so on. I love AI. I love all those things, but there's still fundamental things that you're going to want to find out about people. As application flow comes in now, what the problem tends to be, and we started our recruiting business when I didn't even have to mention boosting or sponsoring, because you could get 500 applications. The problem back then was, how do I get through them all? Like to your point earlier, you said, you might have to do 20 interviews to have one good person. Well, to get 20 interviews, you've got to have 150 applicants come in. How on earth do you look through all that and then find the two that you need to hire? By the time what if it's the 99th one on the stack of resumes and applications? You're going to find another job by the time you get to it, especially with technicians that are hanging Christmas lights and that sort of worker. Speed is everything. To get them to your interview table, qualified to your interview table and hired, speed's everything.
So that's a great topic right there. So I'm thinking initially what you guys do is if I'm looking for an admin, I'm looking for a sales rep, things like that, more internal. You guys actually offer service where you can find labor, side of things. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's not a job title, I don't think, that we've not recruited for, but our bread and butter is in the home service industry. So, but we've got different assessments and different strategies on how to tap into different job titles, whether it's sales, ops managers, or technicians. I'd say 85% of our business or our recruiting is for technicians, but we really polished some strategies up to find some other job titles as well.
Yeah. Okay. That's great to know you guys are in the service side of things, and that's your emphasis, which is good. So any Christmas light companies out there, if you're looking for installers, if you're looking for maybe supervisors, whatever level it is, it sounds like you guys can handle it all, which is great. Yeah.
It's we've got customers that are trying to get their first employee all the way up to franchises and everything in between.
Yeah.
So there's really strategic things that we do that we've tried on our own companies. Dan Plata's business partner, he's very much involved with Christmas Light Hanging Company in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So we're colleagues as much as we are vendors.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's unique. So we'll screw up. We'll go to bat for you, spend our money, spend our resources on some things and try them first on our own company. And when it works really well, then we're going to roll it out to our clients.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You test it, you ensure that it is a good system before you throw it on and dump it on us, the consumer.
Right.
Yeah, good. Very nice. So let's talk about CLIPA Con. You are going to be speaking at CLIPA Con. Very excited to have you up there on stage. Looking forward to that. What can people expect from what is Shawn Day going to be talking about up there? What they can expect?
A couple different things. One thing, and I hate to use this word because I think it's almost become a platitude, about mindset. And I don't necessarily mean rah, rah, cheer, cheer. That's, those are good things, but that's not what I do. I'm talking about comparing recruiting to marketing. And give me a sentence with the word marketing in it. I can take the word marketing out and replace it with the word recruiting. So I want to get people to understand that you really need to take a look at the numbers on the recruiting end so that if you invest X amount of dollars in recruiting and you get nervous about what that dollar amount may be, you need to understand the return that you're going to get for that. And so that's one aspect of it. The other aspect on the mindset part to me is without exception, practically, almost without exception, when I get on a demo or a call with a business owner, nobody wants to work, nobody wants to, they have a really rough time executing on their hiring needs without some help.
Yeah.
With those people that say, I understand the problem's tough, what's the solution, Shawn? So I want to talk just a bit about that too, 5 minutes or something like that, but I'm going to get really, really specific on how you can put together a job ad, how to screen them, and how to interview. Okay. And we've got some strategic things that are just, revolutionary, might be a little strong, but I'm pumped up about them. I'm really pumped up about them.
So you're going to throw out those 3 different segments there and then be like, but call me and I'll handle it for you.
I mean, here's my view, dude. Listen, when I do a demo, Matt, I usually tell people this, all right? I am going to give you everything you need to do it on your own.
Yeah.
I'm 56. I've been around the block almost as much as you, but it's this. Do a demo with me. My number one goal and only goal is to have you feel 150% confident that you're going to execute on your hiring needs this year.
Yeah, sure.
Whether you use me or not.
Of course.
And
I'm sure at one point, once they experience the process, if they haven't already, any business owner that has gone through the process of hiring and all that stuff understands what a tedious task it is. It's very time consuming, and it's a no-brainer to hire a company like yours to have you handle that process.
Yeah, I mean, basically what we do is equivalent to what a recruiting director would do if you were a business at that size. The difference is you need to pay them about 75 or 80 grand a year. Yeah. We charge a few $100 a month. So that's a big difference there. But really, I mean, we have account managers, and this really makes us different too. We've got account managers that are not customer service reps. They don't make 13, 14, 15 bucks an hour and make you feel warm and fuzzy if something goes wrong. They're not a customer service rep. They're not a chat box thing. They're not AI. Okay. I like AI. They're not AI. They are people that actually ran one of our businesses as a location manager or a general manager that understand your problems with everything, recruiting, sales, customer service, and so on. They're problem solvers, and that's what we do. We solve problems.
Okay, cool. Real quick before we go here, run out of time. What is the process? So if somebody wants to come in and they're like, hey, I really need you guys to help me out. What is the process for that? Is it an onboarding process? You interview them to find out, hey, what are your needs? What are you looking for specifically? I'm assuming there's a whole process to this. And how long does that process take? If I'm looking to hire somebody and I need somebody fairly quick, or does it take, is it 3 months? Is it 30 days? What are we looking at?
Yeah. So it's a demo with me. I'm the only one that does the demo still. It's a demo with me, takes about 20 minutes. I'll show you everything. And at the end, you go try it on your own if you want. I've given you all the tools you need, or you can hire us. And so that's 30 minutes of your time. And then you'll have a call if you decide to go with us, which my closing rate's right around 90%. So odds are pretty good that you're probably going to want to try us.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it's 2 days after that or so, you'll fill a little bit of paperwork out. It takes 10 minutes. Your account manager and you hop on a 15-minute onboarding call, and then we're live in about 3 business days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we've got it down. I mean, we've rolled out some new things in January of this year, and the feedback and our client attrition and everything is through the roof. I mean, it's just great. I'm super proud of my staff and what we've done, and we've worked our butts off to get to where we're at.
Yeah. One last thought. I just popped in my head. If we hire somebody, you do find a candidate for us, and that candidate doesn't work out, is there some sort of, I don't say a warranty or a guarantee or anything like that? Do you guys have something where it's a time frame where we can just be like, hey, we need another candidate. This
great question.
They don't mesh. They're not part of our culture type thing, whatever it may be.
Yeah, we don't have a guarantee, because the reason it's difficult to guarantee is because I have no idea what your management like, your leadership's like, your culture's like. I mean, if we find you the best employee in the world and you've got a manager that calls them, horrible names every day and doesn't know how to treat people properly, I can't guarantee they're going to stick around. So, but we do have unlimited hires. We don't charge more if you hire 5 people or 10 people. We've got strategies that basically, we call it the ABCs of recruiting. Always be recruiting. Real quick, we've decided to be in a high turnover industry. It does not mean you have to be short-staffed. Those are 2 completely different things.
Yeah. Okay. Good answer. I like it. So if it doesn't work out, we just basically go through and we get another person. There's no additional expense to do that.
That's correct. Yep. Oh. Unlimited hires, unlimited applications, unlimited hires. And even if you get to the high-fiving us and saying, great job, and we've got, enough, you've helped us out, thank you. We're still there doing things for you, and you have access to me. I meet with business owners every day that aren't using us. Hey, Shawn, I don't know what I'm doing with interviewing. I'm not sure I'm doing the interviewing right. Can you help me out? Absolutely, I can.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you finding the time, because you're busy, obviously, finding the time to squeeze us in to do an interview. So really looking forward to having you out there. And I think this is crucial information. And, I think you will have an audience that will think the same. So if you have trouble, if you're struggling with recruiting, you need some help, definitely come out and visit Shawn and check out the presentation he has set for you guys. So I'm looking forward to having you out. Thank you, Shawn. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited.
Yes, come join us at CLIPA Con. We're going to be out there May 2nd and 3rd is actual CLIPA Con. We do have some pre-show classes that you can attend as well. We have a multi-seasonal lighting class, which is very popular, that will sell out. And that's if you want to expand your holiday season out into the rest of the year and offer different lighting types throughout the year. So we have that going. We also have a commercial sales boot camp class taught by Chelsea Fernett, all-star sales rep. She's going to teach you everything you need to know about commercial Christmas light sales. So very excited for that. Make sure if you're sending your sales reps to that, make sure they got their phones handy, because they're going to make some phone calls. They're going to be cold calling. So if you don't feel comfortable getting in there and cold calling, don't show up. So really looking for that. And we have a lift and safety operation. You can get certified on lift and safety. We're going to have some probably some boom lifts, some scissor lifts out there that you can actually go out and you'll be tested and certified on all that stuff. So if you have any employees that want to get tested, have them come out for that. And then prior to that, we have Ryan Lee is going to be out there doing his landscape lighting training, which is awesome. So I took it last year. It was a great training. If you've been through it, you can attest to that. If you haven't been through it, you're thinking about getting into the landscape lighting industry, I highly recommend you take Ryan Lee's class. It's a beautiful class. So that's going to be 2 days prior to CLIPA Con. That'll be on Tuesday, Wednesday that week. And then CLIPA Con is the Thursday, Friday. So looking forward to it. We have great speakers like Shawn out there. And we have an amazing lineup for CLIPA Con. I'm just amazed that people want to come out and speak. So this is really cool. Looking forward to it and appreciate people like Shawn joining us and sharing their, wealth of knowledge that they have. So thank you again, Shawn. Appreciate it. And looking forward to seeing you in May.
All right. See you soon.
All right. Thank you, Shawn.